Yo. Bing bong. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV signing in. Shout out to my man Mo. If you've been following my Weezer reactions, you know about my man Mo. This is King of the Mo TV, alright? Big fan of Weezer. Enjoys following on with my Weezer reactions. Enjoys to recommend further albums, alright? Now, I don't know who it was. I don't know whether it was Mo or somebody else who sort of referenced Beverly Hills. So one comment on one Weezer video sort of stuck with me because they weren't a fan of this song. Let me tell you, right? We're listening to Make Believe tonight. We've got 12 tracks to go through. It seems like the songs are a little bit longer than what we've had in the past Weezer records. So that's interesting for a start. But I like this song. We're starting off with Beverly Hills. I listened to this song properly when I was on a megabus coach in the UK going to London because I was performing with my crossover thrash metal band at the time, alright? And my mate had this little iPod Nano. I think it was green, to be exact. And he had this tune on it, had this number on it. And I'm not going to lie to you, I had it on repeat. Not for the whole journey, don't get me wrong. What a 4-hour odd jam to Beverly Hills, but I thought what a great song. Really enjoyed it, really enjoyed it. I'd heard it vaguely before, maybe in like passing by a music video or if it was synced to an advertisement or something, but yeah, I've heard this one, so this isn't going to be a first time react, but shout out to all the Weezer heads out there. These Weezer videos tend to get good reactions, get good views and engagement, so keep it up please. Beverly Hills. I don't think I've seen the music video. Is that man like Hugh Hefner?
Thank you, darling.
Hello.
Pat, it's Hef. I hear Weezer has a new record coming out.
That's true.
What do you say you come by the house and play it for the girls?
That sounds fine. Do you mind if I bring some friends?
Whatever you want. Just don't
Bit company.
bring too many dudes.
Don't bring too many dudes.
They're coming.
Bear Dude Fest, yeah? Come on now. So is this the Playboy Mansion?
Where I come from isn't all that great. My automobile is a piece of crap. My fashion sense is a little whack, and my friends are just as screwy as me. I didn't go to boarding schools. Preppy girl.
Bruh, this is pure American Pie soundtrack vibes, don't you think? This has got to have been on a movie. This has got to have been on a movie. I'm just going to ask the question, what movie was it on? Because there is no doubt this song hasn't been put on a movie soundtrack. An American high school film, yeah? That's where I wanna be. I never knew it was Gimme Gimme in the back. Beverly Hills.
Look at all those movie stars. They're all so beautiful and clean. When the housemates.
You might think it's a little bit, you know, a little bit corny, a little bit overplayed, but so far I do think this is definitely like in the top 5 Weezer songs. I really like it. I really like it. And it might be a bit overplayed in my own world, but I just think it's a fantastic song. I think the chorus is really one of a kind. I think the chorus is fantastic. We're not recreating the wheel, are we? But it's good enough for me.
I wanna be just like a king. Take my picture by the pool. 'Cause I'm the next big thing in Beverly Hills.
That's where I wanna be. Gimme, gimme.
Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills. Rolling like a celebrity. Living in Beverly Hills.
Ba, 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 da, ba, da. Thing is as well, the guitar solo really being used well. Not to show off, to add melodic value. Like the Beatles, man. Ba, 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 ba. If you can sing along to a guitar solo, it's a great solo in my opinion. I don't stand a chance.
It's something that you're born into, and I just don't belong. No, I don't. I'm just a no-class beat-down fool, and I will always be that way. I might as well enjoy my life and watch the stars play. Beverly Hills, that's
Where I want to be. Living in Beverly Hills. Yeah, my man Hugh Hefner had a thing for blonde women, didn't he? Yeah, they even got the Weezer hat. I've never seen that. Yes, that's hard. That's hard. That I never knew Weezer had the hand sign. That's sick. That's sick. That's really good. That gassed me up, did that? That was a good number. That was a good number. What can I say? Just the chugs, how simple it is. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun. You know what I mean? So simple. No fluff. Just pure melody. Absolutely fantastic. We've got Perfect Situation coming up next. I don't know this number. I don't think I do. There's a couple of music videos on this. So we got We're All on Drugs. As for songs I know on this record, that's it. I think that's the only song I know. So we're going to go into the first time listens from here on in. So I'll see you there. Peace. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV. Perfect Situation. 22 million views. Shout out to Mo, who's recommended this via the Patreon. This is Make Believe, the full record. Let's go.
What's the deal with my brain? Why am I so obviously insane? In a perfect situation, I let love down the drain. There's the pitch, slow and straight. All I have to do is swing and I'm a hero. But I'm a zero. Hungry nights, once again. Now it's getting unbelievable. Cause I could not have it better. But I just can't get no play from the girls all around. As the
I like the pianos in this. I like the pianos.
touch the night,
Leading the way as opposed to it being like Guitar Rock 101.
someone to hold on to.
Here we go.
Just pass through, singing
You know, as a 10-year-old, I was convinced this was their origin story. As a 24-year-old, I'm still not entirely unconvinced it isn't.
get your hands off the girl. Can't you see that she belongs to me? And I don't appreciate this.
So it's a chaotic relationship driving the band, you know, a lot of media presence. It's just going in the wrong way. It's a Sid and Nancy. It's Kurt and whatever her name was, Kurt and Courtney, and
Excess company,
rockstar behaviour.
satisfy all the needs she has, and so she starts to wonder. Can you blame her? Singing tell me there's a logic out there, leading me to better prepare for the day that something really special might come. Tell me there's some hope for me. I don't wanna be lonely for the rest of my days on the earth.
Here we go. I mean, this one, and it was in my head in Beverly Hills, the outro solo. The guitarist has got some licks. The guitarist can put a little bit of oomph into his lead playing. Really good lead player.
Singing,
Oh,
singing.
oh, perfect situation. That was a great tune. They're in good form on this record. If they can keep this standard, this will be an absolutely incredible record. That's all I'm saying. If they keep this energy, this writing, this power, this will be an incredible record. That was really good. That was a great song. Beverly Hills, self-explanatory. I'm on a high. Because I know, honestly, it's been very debatable as to whether the record is good since their debut record. You know, we've had a lot of twists and turns. Through their discography up until this point. So, this is such a pity coming up. Is it going to be a letdown? Is it going to keep me up? Let's find out. There's ROCKSTEADY, King of the Pit TV signing in. Weezer. We're listening to Make Believe, track 3 of 12. This is such a pity. All right, let's go. The album artwork's quite funny. Oh. It sounds ridiculous, but there's a little bit of goth in there, I think. And then little darling. There's a little bit of goth, there's a little bit of 2000s, you know, pop emo sort of stuff, I think. Or arguably, like pop rock of the time. Do you know what I mean? When did this come out? 2006, Geffen Records, yeah. It's produced by Rick Rubin, which is wild. I did not expect that. I was going to reference Lost Prophets. I mean, Lost Prophets put out like Liberation Transmission around that time, and you had like 30 Seconds to Mars, and you had all of these major rock bands sort of going wild at this time, or at least starting to really, really bloom. So clearly it's about a bit of a toxic relationship, isn't it? I'll be with you in 1 second, yeah? Alright, I'm back. I just received a file from a media team I work with of a live performance I did with my band. Hardcore punk, yeah. And the video looks good. We don't have a bassist at this point though, so it's sort of like, unfortunately, it was just a little bit. You know what? You know what? If you don't have a bassist in the band, you shouldn't cry about it. But as a musician, you know when that sound's gone. So anyway, I'm not gonna moan about that. We're listening to Weezer, aren't we? We're listening to Weezer. Come on, come on, come on. It's such a pity I don't have a bassist at this point. You know, somebody says so many people hate on this album. That's wild. Is that the case? I think you Weezer fans are definitely divided from album to album, right? That's all I've seen from album to album. I've seen people hating, I've seen people loving. You know, I guess it depends on what sound correlates with yourself. So far, I think this has been a great album. This sound is what I want from Weezer, definitely. Just good songs, nothing too experimental, just well-written songs. Poppy, rocky, you know, with Weezer's own edge of heaviness in the mix, because they're a surprisingly heavy band, in my opinion. It was a good tune. I'm sure a few people would correlate to the lyrical content of that song. So yeah, that was This Is Such a Pity, not a bad little number. We got Hold Me coming up next, track number 4. I said, is this tune gonna let me down or is it gonna keep me up? It kept me up. Good tune, good change of energy, you know, a little bit more of a sadder number. Here we go, Hold Me. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. Hold Me is track number 4 of 12. We're listening to Make Believe by Weezer, which, correct me if I'm wrong, from what I think, this might be like the longest Weezer record we've put on as of so far. 12 tunes. I'd be surprised, did Maladra, if that's how it's pronounced, had 12 tunes? I don't know. Let's go. Right, I've got high hopes for this number. Got to turn it up. All right. Taller than a mountain.
Deeper than the sea. You are.
Here we go. Come on now. So these songs are being produced at different times because this has got 2005, published in 2005. So maybe this was a single of such because the other one had 2006. But producer Rick Rubin, Chad Bamford, producer and additional studio personnel, Neil Lavrod, Jim Scott, Ryan Williams, Dan Leffler, Andrew Alekel, Kevin Mills, Claudius George, Rivers Cuomo as composer, lyricist. We've only got one credit as far as composer is concerned.
Closer was happier. I was. You are fading further.
Best song in the album, This and Perfect Situation. You can't simply say that Make Believe is your favourite album. Quite a few songs are met at best.
Why don't you come home to me?
It was a good tune. It was a good tune, but I wasn't in the right state of mind for it. I wasn't in the right emotional space for it to really touch me as it would do other people. I was enjoying reading the comments, people arguing over Beverly Hills. Why do Weezer fans hate Beverly Hills so much? Because it was successful. You know what I mean? Is it like the Wonderwall of Weezer, where people just sort of have to put it to one side because it was a successful tune? It's a great song. But yeah, Hold Me. It was a good tune. It was a good tune. It was a good tune. I just wanted in the right state of mind, and you know, it's all subjective, and it's about your memories and how you relate to these songs, which sort of give them, you know, a spirit and a soul, so to speak. So that was a good tune. It's not let the record down. It's definitely not let the record down. A lot of dispute on this record as far as whether it's good or not. I think it's been a great record so far. I think it's been better than some of the records we've heard from Weezer so far, personally. We've got Peace coming up next, track number 5, alright? Let's keep going. Hold me. Yes, now bless now. There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. We're listening to Weezer. This one's entitled Peace. It's track 5 of 12 on the record Make Believe. Let's go. Oasis vibes.
More and more, I can't say no. So afraid of letting
Go.
If there's something I can grab, you can bet I'll pay the tab. Counting all the flowers, waste the precious hours. I need to find some peace.
I like that line. My brain is gonna pop. I like quirky lines like that. Two chords apparently. It don't feel like two chords, does it? Here we go. Sounds a bit like Dinosaur Jr. as well, that fuzzy guitar with the lead guitar atop there. We got any Dinosaur Jr. fans watching at the moment? Well, no, 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 no. Whoa, whoa. I mean, you may call it two chords. I think that's nonsense, to be honest with you. We've got a lot of melody going on. I mean, two chords there. We just boom, 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 boom. That's not two chords. Nice little resolution there. Great little cadence. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. You know what? I'm starting to see a little bit of a theme with the Weezer fans. You like their heavier, slower, more emotive tunes, right? The more lovey-dovey, heartbreak. I'm sort of a bit outcasted and a bit under the weather and a bit weird sort of songs. It seems like that's what the fan base like. We've got We Are All on Drugs coming up next, track number 6. It's a music video at 7.4 million views. Let's keep going. There's ROCKSTEADY King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Weezer, Make Believe, track 6 of 12. Let's jump straight in, shall we? We Are All on Drugs. Let's go. Upbeat rock music. It's over for Weezer cells. I love that he wakes up with his glasses on. Always happens to me after a night out, and I always think my sight's been magically cured. I've never felt that my sight's been magically cured, but going to sleep with your glasses on when you've had too much to drink is definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. Ooh. And someone said this is the most relatable YouTube comment I think I've ever seen. This guy said that weird feeling when you feel everyone's looking at you when you're high. It's a good music video. Come on. Let's go. There's a budget on this music video. You know what? I couldn't make my mind up as to whether I liked that one or not. I felt the concept was unique in a way, but it was also a little bit cheap as well, I thought. The chorus was pretty good. It was catchy. It was definitely catchy, which is good. I'm half and half on that song. I thought it was good for certain things, and I thought it was just not that good for other things. But we'll leave that one at that. We'll leave that one at that. We'll leave that one at that. It was a good music video, to say the least. We've got The Damage in Your Heart coming up next, all right? Hold on tight. Yes, now bless. Now, don't forget to rest. Now, there's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV. The Damage in Your Heart is the title of this tune. It's track number 7 of 12. We're listening to Make Believe. Let's jump straight in, shall we? Let's go. Apparently people didn't appreciate this record when it came out. I mean, that seems to be a running theme with this band. This one sounds like Ozma. Do you hear that synth in the background? It's very light, but it's there. And we got vocal harmonies there. Very reverbed out. I like the line, let it go. The damage in your heart, let it go, you know. I like that. I like that. Bro, I'm dealing with a breakup right now. It's nice to hear, you know what I mean? Come on now. Come on. I like the elevation there of the register of the vocal. That was good. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. I don't see why people dislike this record, to be fair with you. I think this is a really good record. I think this is a lot better than some of the other Weezer records we've heard. At first listens, at least. It suits me a little bit more so than the last record we heard. Yeah, that was good. The Damage in Your Heart, I thought that was good. Good. I mean, I might have missed the concept. It might be as simple as I thought it would be, or who knows, but I thought that was good. Let's keep going on. We've got Pardon Me coming up next, track number 8. Alright, see you there. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're listening to Make Believe by Weezer. We're on track 8 of 12. It feels like this record's got a little more content than what we've had in the past. Content just being material-wise. 12 tracks and a few longer songs, like over 4 minutes. Is something I don't really recognise too much with this band, at least on their blue and green-esque records. This is Pardon Me. Let's jump straight in. Shout out to Mo. Come on. Come on. This could go somewhere really good.
I tried my best. I gave my all. Sometimes my best wasn't good enough for you. Sometimes I let you go. Sometimes I hurt you so. I know that I can be the meanest person in the world. So I apologize to you and to anyone else that I hurt too. I may not be a perfect soul, but I can learn self-control. So pardon me, pardon me, pardon me, my friend.
Probably this was the best-selling Weezer album when it was released.
I never thought that anyone
It sounds kind of mad, but I am hearing, like, I heard this on one of the earlier tracks on the record as well, a very, very faint My Chemical Romance-esque. I think it's when the pianos come in, you know?
was more important than the plans I made. But now I feel the shame. There's no one else to blame.
This song seems like it goes on forever. I hate it. It's terrible, says Jones, 1749. Hey, everyone's got a right to an opinion. He's got a good response. 9 responses to that.
For all the broken hearts scattered on the field. So I apologize to you and to anyone else that I hurt too. I may not be a perfect soul, but I can learn self-control. So pardon me, pardon me, pardon me, my friend.
Come on. Do you not think this is My Chemical Romance-esque?
Sometimes I let you go. Sometimes I hurt you so. I know that I can be the meanest person in the world. So I apologize to you and to anyone else that I hurt too. I may not be a perfect soul, but I can learn self-control. And in my heart, I feel it's true. So I will be there with you. So pardon me, pardon me, pardon me, my
So pardon me, my friend, and then it bleeds into My Best Friend, which is track number 9. I thought that was a good song. Talk about being mean and stuff like that. Hey, sometimes you lose your temper, don't you, as a man? And he's only human, and I think there's a human element which creates a great relation to the audience and the listener when it comes to Weezer. I think that's one of their more special elements, and I think that's definitely what the record labels picked up on as well. Above and beyond them writing cool songs, it's the fact that they're very human. They're not pop stars. They're not celebrity-esque. They seem to be normal dudes with normal emotions, dealing with life, and I think that's fantastic. We've got My Best Friend coming up next, track number 9, all right, which has got a big surge in views. We're at 332,000 views on this one, and it's the shortest one on the record, so by default, I think I'm going to really like this one, just by the seams of things. I'll see you then, all right? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. If I was your best friend, I'd want you around all the time. Anyone know that number? This one's Best Friend, My Best Friend, track 9 of 12. We're listening to Make Believe. Let's jump straight in. Come on. Ugh.
When everything is wrong, I'll come talk to you. You make things alright when I'm feeling blue. You are such a blessing, and I won't be messing with the one thing that brings light to all my darkness. You're my best friend, and I love you, and I love you, yes I do.
I bet this one's been sent off to a couple of people before, you know. Quite a nice song, eh? Quite a heartwarmer.
There is no other one who can take your place.
I mean, someone's dropping names here. I feel the same way. I have a friend, her name is Tiffany Fisher. I'll love her forever. Go on, Ronnie.
I feel happy inside when I see your face.
Somebody said this song is from Yogi Bear. What?
I hope you believe me, 'cause I speak sincerely, and I mean it when I tell you.
I'm a grown man, by the way. I don't do best friends. Don't do best friends. Do girlfriends. That'll be my best friend, but I don't do best friends.
You're my best friend, and I love you, and I love you.
Love you.
I do.
Ooh.
I'm here right beside you. I will never leave you, and I feel the pain you feel when you start crying. You're my best friend, and I love you, and I love you. Yes, I do. You're my best friend, and I love you, and I love you. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
It was a good tune. It was a good tune. It was what it said on the tin. It was what it said on the tin. We didn't have fathoms of depth. We just had a big bold statement that you're my best friend and I love you. And what more do you need? Honestly, what more do you need? It's not Bob Dylan, but I don't like the lyrical depths of a Bob Dylan. I do like the simplicity and the forward, bold message that Weezer have come forward with, especially in that number. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. That was a good tune. That's a tune I enjoy. Was it a classic? No, it wasn't a classic. It was a bit, it was a bit sparkly for me, a bit twinkly for me, but I liked it. I liked the message. We've got The Other Way coming up next, all right? There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV. We're coming to the end of Make Believe. We're on track 10 of 12 now. This one's The Other Way. Let's go. A little bit of tremolo on that guitar. Here we go.
I want to help you, but I don't know how. I want to soothe you, but I can't speak out. I have many fears about rejection. I have many memories of pain. I have always been a little shy, so I'll turn and look the other way. Other way. Other way. I will turn and look the other way. I want to hold you, but I am afraid. I want to touch you, but I'm not that way. I have many doubts about my motives. I have many fears about my greed. I have always hurt the one that I love, so I'll turn and look the other way. Other way. Other way. I will.
You know what? You could write these songs off of just ideas and things you've seen, but it feels like this guy, he opens up quite a little bit. He doesn't go into like literal storytelling, like this is literally what's happening. He keeps it very generalized and ambiguous. But there's an air of honesty. There's a vulnerability you feel with the lyrics. He doesn't paint himself in a perfect way. He says, I can be a bit of a knob, basically. We've heard that reoccurring on a lot of these love songs, where he's sort of saying, I'm not the best, to the point where I'll be real with you here. it sounds like he can be a toxic guy. If you were to take this lyrical content at face value, I want to help you, but I don't know how. I want to soothe you, but I can't speak out. That's fine. I want to hold you, but I'm afraid. I want to touch you, but I'm not that way. I have doubts about my motives. I have fears about my greed. I have always hurt the one that I love, so I'll turn and look the other way. You know, I don't know if every man has a little bit of that in them. I do. So I understand, but there's an air of, you know, he puts it out there, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But it doesn't create great relationships, does it? Or even Rivers was conflicted about writing this. Rest in peace, Elliott Smith. What's that regarding? Could somebody let me know? Jan says that song is about me. Not cool, but the song is.
Doubts about my motives. I have many fears about my greed.
Elliott Smith's alleged murderer brought me here. Jennifer Chiba, the girlfriend of Elliott Smith and former Cuomo's girlfriend. This song is dedicated to her. What? Bro, what's with the depth of this? There's some lore on this one. No, but Songs from the Black Hole was written as a parallel to Cuomo and Chiba's relationship together, and she apparently had an influence on Pinkerton's darker tone. It's never been confirmed, but I'd be shocked if Get You wasn't about her. Get You was a shit song, by the way. That was probably the worst song on the record, in my opinion.
The one that I love, so I'll turn and look the other way. Other way. Other way. I will turn and look the other way.
It was a good number. That was a good number. I like that. Yeah, the lyrical content. I said everything I needed to say about that one. I said everything I needed to say about that one. Yeah, cool, cool, cool. Freak Me Out coming up next. Track number 11, all right? There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. We're on track 11 of 12. We're listening to Make Believe by the one, the only Weezer. I learnt the hand symbol this time around. Look at that. Is that it, yeah? Bada bing, bada bum. Track 11, let's go. Freak Me Out. Let's finish this record off. Someone says, I'm slowly realising Make Believe is my favourite Weezer album. 11 responses. A lot of people are agreeing. I think this is a good record. I think it's a good record.
City streets at night can be so
One of the catchiest songs on the album, says Reptile Guy.
I'm not the toughest guy.
I'm not the toughest guy.
Open. You came out of nowhere, man. You really freak me out. I'm so afraid of you. And when I lose my cool, I don't know what to do. I know you don't mean no harm. You're just doing your thing. But man, you really freak me out. Did I hurt you? Are you okay? Can I buy you a drink? What's the world coming to? You came out of nowhere, man. You really freak me out. I'm so afraid of streets at night. City streets at night. Till the morning light. City streets at night. Man, you really freak me out. I'm so afraid of you. And when I lose my cool, I don't know what to do. I know you don't mean no harm. You're just doing your thing. But man, you really freak me out.
It was a nice change of dynamic. I was going to make a comment, but I thought, you know what, I'll hold it in and see what the deal is. Normally, we jump straight into the distorted guitars once the chorus hits. At some point, we just start hitting them downstrokes on the overtly distorted guitars. We didn't have it. We didn't have it. We didn't have it. Freak me out. That was an interesting change. Harmonic-driven guitar line. Did I think much of that tune? Not necessarily. No, it didn't really have the hooks I was looking for. But it was a nice change, especially in the position it is. I wonder how it bridges track 10 to track 12. I wonder what we got coming in. Because as far as position-wise, I think a song like that goes well as like the pre-last song. Just let's diet it down a little bit, and then let's just give an extra little boost, extra little bit of impact to the last track, which is Haunt You Every Day. That's coming in next. Yeah, as far as Freak Me Out, I think it works well as a bridge tune. I wouldn't disrespect it by calling it filler, but it's like an interlude of such before we get back into the Weezer, which I hope is what we finish on here with Haunt You Every Day. Okay, I'll see you then. There's Rocksteady King of the Pit TV, signing in and signing out. We're going to finish this record off, Make Believe. After this, I'm going to do a video of my, final overview of the record. I'll see if I can rate it out of 10. To be honest with you, I don't know if I will do for this particular record, because we're listening to the whole discography, and they all have highlights and lowlights. So I'm going to talk about that with a little more depth. This is the last track. Shout out to my man Mo, who recommended this via the Patreon. If you enjoy me listening to Weezer, let me know, and I'll continue doing more. The thing is, I've listened to a lot of Weezer on this channel now, so if you search back the catalogue from here, you'll find me listening to all the songs, and you can thank 90% of that to Mo, who's been recommended that, because he's a big Weezer fan, clearly, and he's put me onto some good music, and he's giving you Weezer heads the content you enjoy. So this is Haunt You Every Day. Thank you to Mo. Let's finish this off. Let's go.
I don't feel the joy. I don't feel the pain. You were just a toy. I am just insane. Walking on my own, leaving you behind. You are crying out that you need to speak your mind. Oh, so alone in love.
Weezer, I initially came into Weezer, and honestly, I still do have a perspective due to my first impression. It still is the idea I go to. I look at Weezer as a bit of like a sparkly pop rock band that just sort of writes music by numbers and just sort of, there's an air of generic to it, and I say that respectfully. I like it, but we're finding a consistency as far as a melancholic, dreary, heartbroken, lonely in love element which continues to run through these records. This one in particular, there's heaps of heartbroken, lyrical, especially in relation to the instrumental as well. This is quite a dreary track.
Walking on my own, leaving you behind. You are crying out that you need to speak your mind. Oh, so alone in love. So alone in love. I'm going to haunt you every day. Haunt you every day. Haunt you every day. Haunt you every day.
That was a good tune. That was a powerful tune. There's an emotive power behind a lot of the music on this record, and I mean the branding of Weezer is so separate to the actual content as to what the art held or holds at this part of their career. I enjoyed this record. I'm gonna have an overview of this record in a moment, so I'll see you there, people. This wasn't a bad record. People saying it was not a great Weezer record, I completely disagree. Yo, what's good? There's ROCKSTEADY at King of the Pit TV signing in. I've just listened to Make Believe by Weezer. At this point in time, we should have all of the song reactions, commentaries, whatever you want to call it, uploaded onto this channel. So if you want to see song by song what I thought, check it out. Firstly, I want to thank Mo, who has recommended this. Mohammed, his full name is, respectfully. I want to say thank you very much in regards to the request. He's requested me do a lot of Weezer via the Patreon, and man, I'll tell you what, it's not a problem. It's really not a problem. This was a good record. I think that Weezer have got a lot of ups and downs through the albums from what I've experienced as of so far, but I think they were in great form on this record. The comments always regarding, a lot of people say this and that and the third. It feels like there's always some sort of controversy with every Weezer record aside from the Blue album. That's what I've come across. A lot of conflicting opinions. I think it just depends on what songs you like and what you don't. What song correlates to you, what chorus correlates to you. Because the band does kind of write pop formulaic songs, and they can do it really well. But I think they had a fantastic run of songs on this record. There was a great emotional depth to a lot of it, a lot of heartbreak on this record. I personally like Beverly Hills a lot. I know, I think it's got the Wonderwall effect as far as people just like believing it's overplayed, and due to that not being a fan of it. I think it's brilliant. I think it's an absolutely fantastic song. I think it's a really well written song, and you can't do no wrong with that personally. The second song, which was the other music video, or at least one of the three music videos, that was a really good tune. I enjoyed that a lot. There wasn't really any true lowlights of the record. It was very coherent. It flowed well. It feels like there was a bit more substance, a bit more content on this record than what we've had in the past. 12 tracks. We're averaging at around 4 minutes a track, I would say. So there was plenty of material on here. It was nothing surprising as far as the instrumental element of things. It was Weezer doing Weezer. Some quite tasty guitar work as far as lead guitars are concerned. The drums never came to mind. The bass guitar never came to mind. I mean, they do their bit. They don't go out of their way to stand out as far as the music's concerned. It's all about the vocal melody, and then, you know, you'll have a lead guitar pop in and fill the gap when needs be. That seems to be the key. I think this was better than the record that came beforehand. Arguably, I enjoyed this more than the Green record. Pinkerton has a lot of character, but this was a better first listen than Pinkerton. Okay, I've listened to Pinkerton a few times now to sort of grasp my opinion on it and see what people were feeling about that. And considering I've listened to it a few times now, I correlate with it a little more than what I initially did. But my first listen to it wasn't to the same degree as enjoyment as what I experienced with this one. It's not as good as the Blue record, did it? The Blue record's a really good record. But this, I really like this one. I really like this record. I'm not going to give it a rating purely as I can't memorize and remember what ratings I gave the last records, and I don't want to, you know, get lost in going against what I've just said there. But I think this was a really good record, and I'm just going to quite simply leave it at that. Well, one passing comment is I made it during one of the songs. There's a reoccurring theme of Rivers, if he's the main songwriter, sort of coming across and writing to such an honest degree that he comes across as a little bit toxic as far as his communication and relationships concerned. And although, you know, he's sort of breaking a songwriting rule because you don't really, you know what I mean, you're not going to sell more records by coming across as a horrible person. He makes it work, and it's to be respected because no man is perfect, and for him to expose himself in such a vulnerable way as to where he can, you know, create work with the downsides aside the upsides, that's to be credited. I think that's a really good thing, because the best thing about art is that it should be honest. The best art is always honest, alright? That's my personal opinion. The more I continue listening to music, the more I'm involved in music, the more I see visual art, performance art, and anything in between, you come to realise that honesty is honesty is the soul of the art. It creates the connection between people, and that's why I have to give the lyrical content a little bit of credit on this record. And with that being said, I'm signing out, people, so shout out to Mo. Respect,